Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. We want to welcome you back to local Louisville fighting, and we are going to see how long I can actually make it in this thing because it's kind of hot in here, so we're going to see how it works. And we want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you all for coming back and spending time with us here at LLF. First thing, how we always start, through God, all things are possible. Next thing that we have going on is we have in the past we had a couple of fights. I know June 20th we had Denzel Nagon. He won his first pro fight. We got some guys like Deshaun Ross, who's going out to fight in South Carolina, I believe, and a lot of people are scared to fight this guy. So last two times that this guy fought or was supposed to fight here in Louisville, he ended up not fighting. So now he's traveling out to fight. So Deshaun Ross, we want to wish you luck. We want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I know we had a good Thanksgiving here, so we want to say everything to all those people that had a good Thanksgiving. Something that we have coming up as well is we have a New Year's Eve Fight for Your Life extravaganza here in Louisville, which is going to be an amateur fight. Man, this thing is hot. I'm not going to lie to you. This thing is hot. Uh, so that'll be December 31st. That'll start at 5 p.m. and that'll be at 930 West Chestnut here in Louisville. And that'll be amateur bout starting at about 5. So, that being said, as you can see, this thing is itchy. We have an all female panel here. So, and introduce yourself.
I'm Katie.
I'm Brianna.
I'm Jemiah.
And all of you all fight out of the same gym?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. All or nothing boxing.
And all amateur. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. So we'll just take it from the top. Let's see here. Oh, before we get started, there's also things that are coming up. We want to wish everybody luck that's down in Nationals fighting right now in Louisiana. Want to wish all those amateurs luck. And next weekend there will be, it's called Silver Gloves. It's called Silver Gloves.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Silver Gloves. That'll be in Radcliffe. Any of you all going to be fighting in that?
I will.
I will.
All right, so both of y'all going to be fighting in Radcliffe. I'm going to come down there, so I'm going to get to see it. I haven't seen you fight in a while, Brianna, so this will be good. What do you think? What do you think about Silver Gloves? Got any? What do you
I
think
feel
about?
very.
I'm ready for it. I'm confident for it as long as I can get down to my weight and keep training hard so I can get my endurance up. I think I'm ready.
You ready? What about you, Brianna?
I feel like I'm ready, but I still could work on some things. Because yesterday we went down to Radcliffe and sparred, and I feel like I did really good compared to my other sparring.
All right, that's good, and that'll be the Silver Gloves will be in Radcliffe. It's called Sparrow Boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me stop that. Sorry about that. That'll be Sparrow Boxing in Radcliffe, Kentucky. So we'll be down there next weekend. Take a look at that. And you two will be fighting in there, so we're going to wish y'all luck. We're going to hear about that because I'm going to be there. LLF going to be in the building. So we're going to get a chance to do all that. So let's see. And what we hear all the time when we talk to boxers. Katie, you are an amateur boxer. You two are in teenagers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Basically teenagers. Katie, you're a little bit older. Your mom, correct?
Yep, that's right.
All right, so your mom, an amateur boxer, and a mom of 2 kids. What made you get into boxing?
It was kind of a whim that I got into boxing. Shout out to Revive Chiropractic in Lexington, Kentucky.
Word.
Yeah, that awesome chiropractor, Dr. Nick Leverett. Him and his wife have 7 children.
Wow.
And when the eldest 2 boys were learning how to wrestle, I gave them some tips because that's my background in wrestling.
Oh, so you wrestled before?
Yeah. Yep, all through up until college.
Okay.
And it was just a coincidence that at Four Seasons MMA gym, I would give them wrestling practice after they were done with their boxing lessons.
Uh-huh.
So I just noticed this coach over there giving lessons at the same time I'm giving wrestling lessons.
Right.
And they were getting lessons from this coach, and it just kind of caught my eye. I just wanted to work out and be fit. So just a couple lessons got into it, and I just kind of got hooked once he kind of gave me the idea that I actually could do this for real and actually have a fight and have a point to be competitive again because it'd been years since I could be competitive in anything. So.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Brianna, what made you get into boxing?
So in middle school, I played football with my brother, and
Right.
I wanted to to like do it in high school, but my uncle told me he didn't want me to do it. So
he trying to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine your daughter come to you and tell you want to box?
So then my brother started boxing, and then that's when I started. I went one time. I didn't want to continue, so I went back home. And then I came back like some months later, and then I said I really wanted to do it, and then it went from there.
All right, well, good. Well, here's a good question then. So the first time you showed up a female boxer, I'm gonna get it, and you're like, oh no, I'm not doing this. Mm-hmm. And then you come back later on, and you go ahead and do a cannonball into it. What happened in between those two times? What happened in between that time lapse that made you be like, you know what, I'm going to go back and do this? Is that your brother messing with you all the time?
Mm-mm.
Your brother's a good boxer too.
I do. It was just like I'm used to always being active, so like it was something I knew I could do, and then I did football with my brother, so it's like I could do this with him.
So you played football
in middle school.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you play?
Cameron.
Like, on the team, full pads, helmet, whole nine, knocking dudes out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So boxing's a nice fit. Now, Jemiah, what made you get into boxing? Other than the fact that you come from a boxing family, and I understand this girl comes from a boxing family.
So with me being a daddy's little girl, I was always around my father. So when he would train fighters, and train fighters, I would always be there, and I'll punch the bag and stuff like that. And also with me being like athletic,
right.
active and stuff. I was doing track and stuff like that, so I just wanted to get into boxing. So I've been punching the bag or whatever ever since I was like 6, but I didn't really take it serious until I was like 10, and I was always a little muscular little girl. So I just started doing it, and I was actually good at it, so I got into it. And at first, there's been a couple of times I'd be like, man, I don't want to do this. But then I actually really like it. So yeah.
All right, that's pretty cool. So a friend of mine asked me, he said, this is what the thing about boxing. What makes a woman want to get hit in the face?
Nobody wants to get hit in the face.
Right, that's not the idea.
Yeah.
Idea is to defend.
Everybody wants to throw punches, no? I mean, even if you're not a boxer, ain't that a part of life where, you get mad in the moment? You're like, damn, I wish I could just, whoop something. But, no, I never want to get hit in the face. Trust me, I've already had a nose surgery. So, I've rolled with the punches, but it's more of, it's wanting to outdo somebody. It's being competitive. It's, it's wanting to outthink them and get them beat mentally, because really this is only a 90%, mental sport and 10% physical.
Right. Say that again.
Yeah, nobody wants to get hit in the face. I like my face.
And to add on, another thing that made me want to really take boxing serious is it wasn't a Rocky movie.
It wasn't a Rocky
but
movie. Was it Creed?
Creed.
Yeah. Creed. Y'all know about that Creed.
Hey.
That Creed, get it done.
You got Michael B. Jordan up in here now.
So, all right, and to YouTube. So, what's it like getting hit in the face? Do you enjoy that? What is it? Is that the part you least like about it? What is it?
I think more like getting hit in the face. To me, it's like more trying not to get hit in the face, like dodging the punches and stuff.
I really don't notice it. I be such in the zone that it's just a part of boxing. Like you just.
You got to give and you got to take.
Right.
You got to give and you got to take.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So the inspiration. So is there your support base, your inspiration, you being a mom and boxing at the same time? That's like tremendous, and that's something major. So how is it dealing with all of that? How is it dealing with that faction? Like I gotta go train. I gotta go make sure the kids got this and make sure the dog. Hey, she got. Hey, she just told me. She got the Facebook page for the dog. Yep.
Yes, I do. Lavender Brown. Yep.
Right. Hold on. What's the dog's Facebook page?
Lavender Brown.
Lavender Brown. Y'all go check out the dog, Lavender Brown, bro.
But I've always wore a lot of hats, so I always had to multitask. Being a mom, providing for them, of course, which is always. I mean, everybody's got to deal with that, but It was just like I'm always been an in motion person, so it was kind of like. All right, how am I going to throw this into the mix for sure? But yeah, I mean, as long as they're being watched, if I need to get something done by myself when they were younger, then my mom used to help me when I lived in Lexington. Otherwise, they're at the gym with me. they're my number one supporters. So my last win was on my son's 7th birthday.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
That was super special. But yeah, it's always that extra incentive. So yeah, it's not easy, but nothing about this game is easy.
Right, right. So you say you have a good support base, and they rock with you. What?
Yep, definitely. Coaches support it. Coaches are parents, so yeah, my coach is a parent. Obviously, his daughter boxing, so he gets it. He can, he works with it. He gets it. If I can't be there all the time, or if I have the kids with me, or he gets it. So
totally understand. And just in case you didn't know, these are all in that Boxing Academy amateurs, so you know that. And every time I come to the gym or every time I come down there, I always see your kids. So I always see them. See them. So you being coach's daughter, I know the support base is there for you. Brianna, we're gonna get back to you, but Brianna, how's that support base? Like your brother boxes, he's at All or Nothing, right? Too, right. So how is that support base for you when that happened?
I feel like the support base is very good because I got my family. They're at every sparring match, no matter where it's at, and they travel a lot for me. Right. And also my friends and stuff, because they always push me, asking me what you've been doing in boxing, how you doing, have you done this, have you done that.
Right.
I feel like it's really just my family, friends, and my coach.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Your support base, coach's daughter. I already know y'all got boxing gloves hanging from the chimney tree or something, don't you? Is that how that works? So, but for real, how's the support base? How is he being a boxer's daughter?
My support base is like really good. Like, I mean, like I know. And I ain't putting nobody on the spot, but hey, I know there's some few people out there that's waiting to see me fall. But hey, I'm gonna show them what I'm capable of. But with my daddy being known in boxing and stuff like that as a promoter and stuff, my support system is pretty high and stuff like that. But
and that's cool. And that's cool.
I feel like my biggest supporter would be my closest. Like I really do this stuff for my siblings.
Oh, that's love. That's love. That's love. That's love. That's love. So, and in saying that, we'll start back with you. We're going back around. Just in case you didn't know, you're ranked, right? Well, at one time you were ranked. Nationally,
yeah,
I
don't know if I know I'm still ranked, but I'm not at like the top. Like I'm not number one.
Right.
Because first I didn't go to nationals.
Right.
This
year.
Here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But at one time you were ranked like 1 or 2 top, and you didn't go to nationals this year. And nationals is happening right now in Shreveport, Louisiana, but you're ranked. Brianna, in your journey, and how's that coming? But you all are going to the Kentucky thing. The Silver Gloves. Is that going to help with rankings?
In Silver Gloves? Well, I don't really know, but
you know, Katie, does it help with rankings?
Silver Gloves can get you. It's like a regional event,
right?
And if you win, I don't know what the top spots are. If it's just the winner, first, second, third of regionals go to nationals for the 18 and under category.
Right.
Not to get mistaken with nationals also has 18 and under category, but it's more of a less experience or just want to stay closer to home if you don't want to get on the big leagues yet. So.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so let's see. Females of boxing. Funny story. Tell me something that has happened that would only happen to a female in boxing. Like, it doesn't happen with guys because this is a male-dominated sport. So you all fitting in, and how does that go? I'm sure you've had some type of run-in that makes you laugh. Go.
Well, there's always. I don't want to say this is the funniest one, but I'll tell you two
or
quick
a story.
things.
Doesn't have to be funny. A story. You know what I'm saying? It could be inspirational.
I just think it's always amuses me when you're in a gym and there's always going to be those men that are like, oh, you're a girl, what are you doing in here? And then when you actually do well, they're just shocked. Well, I do put in the same amount of training as you.
Right.
So or more. So
right.
That's your fault for underestimating my abilities. The other part is, the funniest part for me was when, I didn't know this till later, but my very first coach in Lexington, he was terrified when I walked straight up to him and just asked him out of the blue for a first lesson. He was shocked and he was scared. I didn't know this till after, which is funny as hell to me because this man fought pro 10 years against the best in the world. He was ranked top 10. So why are you scared of me? So that is always, I've always found that one of the funniest parts about boxing. But he always put it as, he never knew who was going to be coming at him a wrong way or where am I coming from with this. So I was just like, can I have a lesson? That looks cool. So that was funny.
And it just took off from there.
Yep.
All right, so give me some type of, Brianna, you got a story for us being a female in the boxing game. You got a story?
I got one, but it goes around like at school.
All right, go right ahead, because I was going to get into that. But go ahead. So that's good.
Okay, so at school, like, everybody knows I'm a boxer because all the teachers, like, the first day of school, they was like, tell me about you, and we was talking about how I'm a boxer.
Right.
So now, every time somebody be like, I got somebody who wants to fight, and they be like, Brianna's going to do it. But she boxes. Like, every time somebody got some problem with somebody, they be like, come on, Brianna, you go boxing. Go fight him. I'm like, and then, not even last week, this boy in my class, me and him had a push-up contest. He's like, you the boxer, so let's see what you about.
You beat him? That's right. You beat him.
He couldn't even get past 20. I was like, what is you doing on the ground?
That's awesome.
To build off her little story or whatever, that I can relate to that so much because ever since I've been boxing, there's boys and girls and stuff that be like, I'll just get Jemiah on you. I just get Jemiah on. She boxed. But my funny story comes in when it was my first fight. Yeah, my first fight at Expo 5. And
how old were you for your first fight? Do you remember?
Like 12.
12? All right.
But I guess in the ring, mind you, like I said, I've always been muscular.
Right.
So I guess in the ring, and what's the man? The referee or whatever comes over and was like, "You gotta go get your
hands wrapped or what?
No, what's that thing called?
The cup.
Your cup.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at this point, I'm in my mode. I'm in my zone. So I'm not hearing what they talking about. So I walk out the ring, and my daddy was like, I think somebody was like, what y'all doing or something? And I was like, I need a cup. My daddy was like, you a girl. Like, so I gets back in the ring. And they like, and we're like, she's a girl. They're like, she's a girl. They're like, oh. Because normally recently I've been having my hair in a ponytail when I box, so you can see the ponytail sticking out my head.
Right.
But this fight, I had 2 braids in.
Okay. And it was all covered up.
Yeah.
All right, so
I relate to that.
So he told you to go put a cup on, and like, no, bro, I'm a girl. I don't have to put a cup on. All right.
That's funny.
Well, and being in the.
I wanted to add one more thing, kind of feeding off what y'all said. It's like everybody want to ask you to stick around if you need help, but it's like I tell anybody straight to their face outside the ring, I'm the most unconfrontational person outside of the ring.
Right,
so don't be assuming I'm trying to go fight anybody in
life.
I'm not trying to. The first rule of any discipline, whether it be karate, boxing, whatever the case may be, you don't use that in the open. That's the first rule.
Right.
There's plenty of gyms in the country where if you do that once, they kick you out of the gym because that's not what they stand for.
Right.
So it's always that part. Yeah, I'm like, I'm avoiding any kind of controversy, but don't put hands on me. Don't do that.
Right.
That's another thing. That's another thing. It happens a lot with me since I'm a girl, and I got a lot of girls that want to be like, no, I'm just playing.
Right.
But it's like when I get in a disagreement with some girl or something, they'll be like, just because you're a boxer don't mean nothing. You're right.
Don't mean nothing.
Just because I'm a boxer don't mean nothing. Because the difference is I can box and I can fight. Look, boxing and fighting is 2 different things. The difference is I can do both. But see, awesome. I'm not really, like you said, I'm not really, just because I box, I don't like going around and be like, don't mess with me, I can box.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
It ain't like
don't
that.
Don't put your hands on me, like
right.
you said.
I totally get it. And I was going to say, how was that work for you all at school? But now I can see how that pretty much goes for you all.
It's kind of hard for real. It's kind of hard for real.
I got that wrestling growing up, too. And it's just like, well, a bunch of other boys wrestle. I wrestle, too. What? Right. I'm not going to take nobody down right now. I'm just trying to go to school. What the hell?
Right. So is there a... Is there a name, or is there something that, like, we talk about guys and we like fighters, boxers? Do you like what do you like, female boxer, girl boxer, or just straight boxer? I'm a boxer. Are you a boxer? You're just straight boxers. Now, we don't need to put any gender roles on it.
Not at all, because there's greats in both genders.
Yeah, there's been plenty of people that came up to me and was like, you box. like a boy. Like your technique, like you move and stuff like a boy. Like you know, y'all know what I'm coming from.
Yeah. I know. I get it.
Like a boy. So
I'm like, when I watch box, I just see box. I don't really see boy or girl. I just see box.
You can see technique. You can see the key elements of the sport. It doesn't matter what gender you are. You can see agility. You can see speed. You can see fitness. You can see technique in anything. So to me, it doesn't really matter. Then again, I think the only reason you need to keep the specifics is say going to nationals or fighting pro or something. Of course, you don't want a man and a woman fighting.
Right.
Biology says that's not going to work out too well.
Right.
So, in that case, yes. In other cases, we're fighters just the same. So there shouldn't be a big difference about that. So.
No, shouldn't be a big difference about it. And I love it. I'm actually a big fan. So because here I am. Look at me. I'm like, I'm not stepping in the ring, but I'm sitting at a table with 3 girls that are gonna step in the ring anytime, be ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that is the courage spot. So I'm a big fan of women boxers. So. I love that part.
We actually, one thing I'll point out is we got to work 2 to 10 times as harder for half the chance.
Because our muscles don't build as much as.
Right, we're never going to have the stamina. We're never going to have the strength. But we can definitely work harder in areas where I know other athletes lack.
Mental.
So and it's kind of like a double standard. So if you see a guy boxer, you're like, yeah, he box. But if you see a girl boxer, people are like, man, you're going to have to show me something.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta show something. It's a guy. All right, let's see what he's got. Oh, it's a girl. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Right. And then and I'm with 3 girls that prove them wrong, so I'm glad about that. Y'all keep proving them wrong, and y'all keep staying up. So, ho ho ho! In this Christmas spirit, I have gifts for you all for being on the show. Yes, I do. So, let me dig into my bag. And let me guess. Hold on. I'm going to use, what size are you? What size are you? Yeah, because Jemiah's been asking me for one. Jemiah's been asking me for one. So what size is this? I'm trying to read. That was Brownie. What size is this one? Medium. Your medium, boom. That is yours. And everyone get one. Who's that? Here, take that one.
Thank you.
And you get that one.
Mystery size.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, you all. So you all get, nice. And I want to thank you and I want to appreciate you all for being here. We're not done yet, but I want to make sure that you got those. You have something?
I got something for y'all too.
Because they all in the same gym, so we in the spirit of giving here, right here.
Thank you.
Right, so that's
y'all showing out.
Right. Oh, good question too. So,
what's up?
As far as making weight, is making weight any different from guy or girl?
Yes.
Oh, way different.
Very, very hard.
It's very hard for me to lose, and it's very hard for me to gain.
It's not easy.
I eat a lot, and I never been. I never been.
I wish I had that problem.
I never been.
Right.
I've been 125, but I've never been like 126, 127.
You stay right there. You lucky.
To me, it's really hard because as a boy, you can give them a week to about 10 to 15 pounds, and they can lose 3 pounds in a day. For me, and it's a bunch of stuff on top of that. Not to get like on business thing, but girls got birth control.
Yeah.
Girls got all that stuff, and then you gotta lose weight and stuff, and it's like really hard because you can run, you can eat right, and stuff like that, but it's still gonna take time for a girl to lose weight. When a boy just gotta run a mile, and he's gonna lose like 3 pounds.
Yeah, very true.
It's really hard, but I get it done, but it's kind of frustrating and hard for me.
Work.
Yeah.
To be down to my ideal weight, it does take a lot more, as Jemiah and Brianna said. I can go up and down 10 to 15 pounds when I'm not training hard to when I'm training 5 to 6 hours a day. I never eat closer than 3 hours at a training, and even when I do eat, it's light. I'll eat a bigger dinner in the evening. I'm on a lot of fat burners. I try to stay as natural as possible, like apple cider vinegar. I may use, cheap weight pills, but nothing that's it just kind of controls my appetite. No stimulants. I don't use stimulants. I never have.
Right.
I'll eat high veggies, low meat. I've got it down to a science where, otherwise I'm going to stick at 130 and get my head taken off. See, I'm a shorter person. I'm also, fat, you got to work on the fat with women. You have to. We're going to naturally carry more fat than a man.
All right.
So it's always going to be harder for us to do that. Now, men cut more weight class than women in general. You'll have a 160-pound man walking around, but he's going to fight at 145 for the similar reasons is they don't want to get their head taken off.
Right.
So it all depends on how you're built as well. So everybody's got their own challenges making weight.
Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. If I haven't had a chance, I appreciate you all being here. I do. I appreciate y'all being here. Glad I got a chance to speak with y'all.
Appreciate you having us.
Everybody wave, say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. That one. There it is. That one. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. LLF. Merry Christmas.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it. And appreciate y'all being here. And we are out of here.
Merry Christmas.
LLF, we're out. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that other good stuff. Ring-a-ling-ling.
Yeah.